Welcome to the Doreen Avio Show. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your host, Doreen Avio.
Welcome to the Doreen Avio Show. Thank you so much for tuning in to have another good show. And well, today, our topic for discussion is some way, but of course, it's all about us. It's all about the people around us. And I know sometimes it's quite difficult to discuss topic like this with people around us. Now, today we are talking about legal age, consent, and of course, statutory rape. Welcome back. This is the Doreen Avio Show. And of course, I'm loving you, my studio audience. Well, I told you earlier that this topic we're discussing today is quite sensitive, and I need all of us to be a part of it because definitely we need to educate people around us, our loved ones, and of course our friends. And well, we're talking about legal age, consent, and of course statutory rape. And to help me put all this together, dissected, is lawyer Bafo Ashia. Let's give it up for him. Thank you, Sir Bafo, for joining us on the show today. We really appreciate your time.
I appreciate you having me.
Thank you so much. So, I mean, let's start this conversation. Of course, a lot of Ghanaians or probably people across the world do not know. But first of all, what is legal age and consent?
When you talk about legal age or consent, it simply means the age that a person can agree to engage in an act either prescribed by law or by the norms in the community.
Okay. And I mean, at what age can one, of course, do that?
So when it comes to the issue of sex in Ghana, the legal age is 16 and above. But when it comes to entering into a contract, it is pegged at 21.
21.
Yes.
I understand some countries actually do 21. And in doing this, what determines what age to do that? For instance, in Ghana, 16 years. Is it maybe the body size, the way they are growing? What exactly is used to determine that?
It's a creature of act of law. What it is that in Ghana, the body that has the right to pass laws, as we know, is Parliament. And so Parliament decides that, taking into consideration our environment, taking into consideration our culture, Parliament can decide that the legal age for you to enter a contract is 21. Now,
I mean, when we're talking, I did mention 3 topics: legal age, consent, and of course, statutory rape. What is that one, statutory rape? Because, you know, it's quite difficult to determine that as well.
Okay, we say statutory rape because, maybe let me start by saying what rape is. Rape is carnal knowledge of a female who is either 16 years or above. It simply means that you are having sex with somebody who is a female and the person is either 16 years and above without her consent. And so here, the element that is very crucial in determining whether a person has been raped or not is consent. Now, it has to be with a female, and she has to be either 16 years or above. Now, let me come to the issue of statutory rape. it is statutory because here consent doesn't come in. And so once you have sex with somebody who is below the age of 16, you can't say that the person consented to you having sex with the person because legally the person doesn't have what it takes to either consent or not to consent at all.
Oh, when you were talking, you said for a female. What about men? Men can also be raped.
No, by the wording of our laws, a man cannot be raped. So the definition is that, in the statute, the definition is that it is sex with a female who is either 16 years or above. It is gender specific. Female. So the definition of female is the opposite of a man. And so a man cannot say that I have been raped.
Wow. But, I mean, saying this, shouldn't we relook at this law? Because now men are being raped. I mean, it's a discussion, and sometimes when it even comes up, men get upset because they feel that, listen, it's always more of women, and women are the ones who are always being raped. But men are also being raped. Can't we look at this again?
You see, it is the law. If you have a problem with the law, you change it. As it is now, per the definition of what rape is, a man cannot be raped.
Oh. The statutory rape, does it apply to both gender?
Okay, so the difference between statutory rape and the rape simpliciter is that one is not gender specific. And so it is either carnal or natural or unnatural carnal knowledge of the person. And so here, it doesn't really matter whether you are male or female. You can be. So the other term used usually is defilement. And so a child who is below the age of 16, or below the age of 16, can actually be defiled.
Wow. Baroski, I don't know. So, I mean, this is interesting. I don't know how the men are going to feel out there because, Baroski, I say something.
Some of us have been raped too.
Wow. Baroski, do you want to ask him something?
I just want to make a statement that I think it's not fair because some of us are victims. I mean, just that in the process we started enjoying it, so everything changed. But I feel, is it going to be like this forever, or there will be amendments along the line?
I mean, what it is that, as I said, it is possible with time the law will be changed. And until that happens, we will still have to be there and then conform to the norm. As it is now, a man cannot say, I have been raped.
What can young women do to avoid things like this? You know, sometimes we all don't wish things like this happen to us. We don't plan it. But how can we educate that girl child to be able to see things like this and find a way of maybe moving away from it, or when it happens, how to talk to them to be able to get that information out of them? Because, you know, when it happens, they are not able to come out. It takes maybe sometimes a long time, years, before they find their voices to actually tell you what happened. So what can we do to help, you know, let this all stay in a certain way where we don't have to wake up every morning and hear about, rape cases?
It's very simple. Avoid, we all know that sex do not occur on the streets of Accra. So obviously it happens in corners, uncompleted buildings, in the rooms of people. And so try and avoid such places.
Right.
And then when you go out, you should be careful what you take, because there's what we call induced consent, which the law frowns on. So someone may put something in your drink that may let you willingly want to have sex with that person. You have induced that consent. If we are able to establish that it was not freely given, you can still be prosecuted for the offense of rape. And so avoid, just be careful that Basically, that's what it is.
Well, just be careful wherever you are. Let's go for a quick break. When we come back, I'm sure I'm going to get questions from the audience. Thank you for always tuning in for the Doreen Avio Show.
It's the Doreen Avio Show.
Welcome back. This is the Doreen Avio Show. And well, we have been discussing legal age concerns and of course statutory rape, and I'm in the studios here with Bafo Ashia. And well, I have been asking my questions, but I'm sure we all have questions to ask, and this is where I start from. Varosky, I know he has a question. I know that bit about
Doreen.
I know that bit about men who can't report that they have been raped. You have an issue with that, but it is what it is.
So I have a question. Yeah. So I know that when you're having sex with someone, if you left small, you can't pay. And she says no. And she says stop. And you still go ahead and pay. It's rape, right? So can we sign a document to say that, okay, my name is Adjoa, my name is Kofi, and we've agreed to have this? When we have such a document, is it admissible in court?
So let me reconcile your question with the signing of the document bit. If I am getting you well, your question is that, can that document be tendered into evidence in court? Yes, it can. What we need to understand is that consent is not absolute. It can be revoked. And so your issue of just about paying, at that particular moment, when she says stop, stop means stop. So if you go ahead and pay, you have raped her, because consent, once revoked, is void ab initio. It's as if she never consented to it.
Wow.
Okay. So, I mean, to touch up on this question a bit, you said that to enter a contract in Ghana, you have to be 21 years. So, I can have the document with an 18-year-old. It means that contract doesn't even exist. Even though she's 18 and she's giving me consent to have sex with her, when I come to the court, that paper I have won't be admitted because the contract is void.
So, okay, so let me explain a little bit. You see, the subject matter of the contract is very important. And so when it comes to commercial transactions, it is 21. Now, the issue here is that what we are agreeing to has to do with sex. At what age is the law permitting someone to engage in that act? At what age does the law give me the power to consent to an act? It is 16 years and above, and so it can be admitted.
Wow. Barowski, any more questions before I throw it to our audience?
They have to change the law. Boys get raped, right? Yeah, fix the law.
Well, while we are at it fixing the law, do you have any questions, my lovely audience? Okay, so I see your hand up there.
I would like to ask something small. We were having some small conversation back here, and what I realized is when it comes to sex or when it comes to rape, the only thing that comes in our matured minds is let's educate the girl child. Why don't we rather take or change the topic to educate the male child? Because if you have a cat and the meat is smelling, you have to rather advise the cat or take the cat away. So why don't we rather switch to that side and see how best we can use to solve rape? Thank you.
I think you can answer that. Or that's
so it was
yeah.
It's a comment.
It's a comment. Yes. So we should rather do
yes.
by educating the men rather, not the women. Okay, let's go ahead.
All right, thank you. My question is, since our able lawyer said that when it comes to rape, the law has made it in such a way that it is only ladies that can be raped, I want to ask what went into making that decision? Because as far as we all know, rape is the act, not the gender. So we knowing right now that it is only ladies that can confirm themselves raped and not guys. We want to know maybe somehow how that decision came to the law. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So what it is that the law that creates the offense is gender specific. And so, as I said, if we have a problem with the law, let's change it. Until that happens, a man cannot say, I have been raped.
Well, I don't know how you watching out there feel right now, because I just can't come to terms. But as you said, it's a law, and until that law is changed, there is nothing we can do about it. And so in doing that, let's move straight to something else. But before that, let's take a quick break. When we come back, there's more here on the Doreen Avio Show.
It's the Doreen Avio Show. It's the Doreen Avio Show.
Welcome back. This is the Doreen Avio Show. And well, I am so excited because I can't wait to meet this man we're going to have a conversation with. Now, he is a great actor. I don't know whether back then when he was in that series, whether you were born, whether you were still young. Well, I don't know, but of course, we'll talk a little bit about that. He's also a producer. He's a lecturer. He's doing amazing in the movie industry. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome actor Adjetey Anang. I can tell you that Adjetey is surprised, like he's a bit shocked. But I know why he's shocked. I understand, and I know the vibe. Hello and welcome to the Doreen Avio Show.
Thank you, thank you. I feel young already.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
No, listen, I'll prefer to call you Apusha, like Charlie. Make you sure that thing they talk about. Oh my goodness, things we do for love.
Oh.
I mean, talking about how young you feel right now brings a lot of memories. I mean, back then, I would say that a lot of people watching you now were probably still crawling, walking, or some of them probably also watched it one way or the other.
But you're making me feel like a grandpa. You know?
Adjetey, whether grandpa, not grandpa, you still look amazing.
Thank you.
Ah.
Thank you.
I mean, I would like you to share this experience with me. I mean, back then when you were doing things we do for love, I mean, what was going through your mind? Did you see yourself coming this far to reach this place that you are in right now? Like, what were you thinking back then? Am I going to be a great actor?
Right.
Am I going to be a great doctor? What am I going to be in future? But today, here you are. How was it like, that experience?
I mean, to be very honest, I never saw myself as, becoming who I am today. It was just, young boys, young girls who were having fun, It was fun to be on TV, because for some of us, we're always dreaming of getting onto the TV to get a look at. First of all, we needed to find out whether, people are behind, people really go behind the TV sets. And there we are, in front of the camera, and then we see ourselves on TV. It was a big deal for us. So it was more of like, okay, hey man, let's have fun. We never really saw ourselves becoming, big, whatever big is I mean, it's relative, but
It's
then
relative.
that was it. Was just having fun as a fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were just having fun. But of course, I mean, you have come a long way. You have a beautiful family. You have something that a lot of people wish for. A lot of people would want to have it. I mean, can you share with us that journey of marriage with your beautiful wife?
Well, so I'm sure most of you know by now that I met my wife on set. Yeah, and
happiness.
you know, you know, to just cut a long story short, when we got together, you know, the industry and the perception that when you're in the industry, you know, relationships don't work because then before long you're breaking up, etc. Because you're playing scenes with other female characters. Sometimes you're playing other wives on set and other girlfriends on set, you know. So before long you realize that you're having chemistry, etc. And that happens. It's real, you know. I'm sure you heard about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, you know. It started from there, you know. And so these things are real things. But you know, for me it was more like, okay, because these were examples for me, I needed to really be focused and be disciplined, because then see that this is work, and after that I get back to real life. And that was pretty much what I did, and of course learning from other people. For me, it wasn't like people falling. For example, you see you remember the case of Tiger Woods, for example.
Exactly.
It wasn't something for you to gloat over, to say that, oh, okay, yeah, he fell, and I'm still going. No. It was more like a warning for me that it could happen to me, because we're all human beings, you know, and nobody is perfect, nobody is superhuman. You know, once it happens to a brother man, it can happen to you. And so for me, there were lessons that were guiding me, like, Charlie, this guy to follow, Charlie, the media, trouble, you know. I had to really be focused, more focused, and that was what it was. And for me to keep the family going, and also intentionally make time for them, you know, because sometimes we can take us, you know, outside, and we're hours on and on shooting. And so it's more like what I call an intentional timetable, making sure that I have a balanced life where, you know, I give some part to my family and, of course, to work. So, yeah,
wow.
pretty much that's it.
Wow, that's a beautiful one there. But, of course, you know, with our work, it comes with a lot of things. I know that, I mean, when you start a career, it comes with a lot of challenges. Sometimes you sit back and you look back and you're like, wow, so this happened to me, but I'm here today. What is that big challenge you probably went through, and you sit back, you look back and you're like, hey, it wasn't easy for me?
Yeah, I mean, there are a number of them. I think that one of them was probably, okay, one that, you know, probably was when it was announced that I was dead. You know, and I think I was in SA, I was in school. And the rumor came up that I was gone. You know, it really was, you know, this was the days where social media had not really caught on. So people were not relying on social media per se. So they were running with the message, you know.
Wow.
And during that time, the producers also started, I think before word got round, you know, it had caused damage already, because then they're like, oh, Charlie, the guy died, so make me move on, you know. So I was getting roles, and it was just that I was out of town. I was in school. And it really made me lose a lot of contacts, and people didn't really believe me because they thought that somebody was impersonating me and all that, and it really shook me a bit. Then of course, there was this one that could have landed me in trouble. I was in school when the Pusha thing had caught on. This lady that I met at the Social Elevation Center, and she approached me and said that she wanted me to mentor her son. And so I gave her my number. And then, so after that event, I went back to school, and then I received this call, and the call, I didn't know the person. And then she told me that, oh, she was the woman who, she had wanted me to mentor the kid. I said, oh, yeah, where's the son? And then she said, oh, the son had gone out. I said, okay, she was just wanting to start the conversation. Okay, so next time she calls, and then I spoke to her and asked for the son, then she's like, she just sent the boy. I'm like, okay. So if you want me to mentor your boy, why is it that whenever she's out, then you call me? Yeah. So I was like, this is a no-go area. Oh. Then a call came again maybe 2 weeks later, and it was another voice. It was like, hey, and it was a typical girl lady. I mean, my people, when they want to be typical, you know the lengths that they can go. I mean, and she was like, Kwe, Owula. Me no fear. I mean, it's like, what are you doing? Okay, look, my sister, she has shop in Mokola. Yeah, shop in Mokola. What do you want? Sickly. Sardine, Lodo. I mean, it was like, what am I doing? I mean, And for us in school, I mean, once our trunks are filled with food, Charlie, we're cool.
You're sorted.
You know, so I was in roommate. Obo was my roommate. Killer was my killer of things to do for love with my roommate. And I was like putting pressure on me, like, Charlie,
Go and take
what
the
are they do?
things.
I go take the thing and show the lady. I was like, Charlie, I don't know if you do that thing. So you know, I had to really leave her. Then finally she asked me what my favorite food was, and I said groundnut soup. Yeah. Then I was there, and then Killer calls me and was like, Pushes. I said, Killers, what's up? I said, Charlie, your woman bring some zoo soup for you. I said, we're woman. He said, oh, your woman. I said, we're woman. He said, oh, some woman bring it. I said, okay. Then I tell him, say, you day-ish, you know, I said, why you tell him so? The woman had prepared this groundnut soup with all kinds of meat. And I knew that this woman was going to call me. You know, and moments later, she calls and is like, hello, where? Owula. You know, okay. And then she hung up. That day I didn't sleep on campus. I ran away because I knew that she could come and stand down there and clap her hands and you know, deceive her. Nobody is going to believe you.
Wow. I wish we could have more and more of this, but hey, we need to go for a break. When we come back, our next guest is Cina Soul. Yes, I'm just telling you that, so just get ready. Well, let's go for that break.
It's the Doreen Avio Show. It's the Doreen Avio Show.
Welcome back. It's still the Doreen Avio Show, and now I have another beautiful talent joining us here in our seats. And if you're ready, let's welcome singer Cina Soul. Beautiful. Adjetey, this lady here has a way of looking at me, and you know, every time she looks at me, I feel so old because it's like, oh, that's my big sister. But it's part of life. I know it's just the two of us. We understand. Yeah. We understand. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Wow, I'm very well, thank you. You know, I want to ask this because I saw the two of you in Kitty's video.
Yeah.
Sugar. I mean, how did it feel? Sugar, the movie, how did it feel working with Adjetey Anang?
I mean, look at him. He's a legend. He's a legend. It was an honor. Yeah, it was an honor to work with him. Wow. He's such an amazing person. On set, off set, he's just something else. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Adjetey, sometimes when you meet young women like Cina and they go like, oh, you're amazing, you're a legend, you're this, you're that, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I never allow that to get into my head, you know, because then it throws the challenge to me, because then I know that, okay, then they're expecting much more from me. But you know, going back to your earlier question, look, she is a natural performer, and you know, she didn't even work only in Sugar. There was this movie that we did together that unfortunately the whole of Ghana hasn't seen yet, called Gold Coast Lounge, and she was just phenomenal. Wow. And I still pray that everybody sees this movie. She's such a talent here. She hasn't even scratched the surface, and I think that it's one of the things that most actresses lack. She's just a natural, you know, and I think that if she, and I think that if she can combine the two, it would be great for our industry.
Do you enjoy kissing on camera?
What?
Yes. I'm asking. Wait, do you see?
Wow.
You see? Wow. You know, Sugar, you, Kiddy, and Karoski. Karoski. I've asked my wife, you want to ask something?
No. About that kiss. She can act, but she can't kiss Kiddy. Why? Why?
What's the question? Okay.
Do you enjoy kissing on camera?
What?
Don't look at me. I didn't kiss.
Do I enjoy it? I've done that just once. I mean,
Wikidi?
yes. Even though there were a couple of takes, I blame Rex.
Couple of
for that. Oh, no, this take wasn't. Let's do it again. I know they were just enjoying it on set. But for me, I think it was a job. I don't know.
Was that your first time kissing Kiddy?
Definitely.
Oh my goodness, I don't know why I like worrying you, but hey, I mean, I just enjoy you telling me more of this. But of course, thank you so much, Cina, and of course, thank you so much, Adjetey. I really appreciate your time here on the Doreen Avio Show. I'm sure we'll meet somewhere along the line again. Well, we'll take a quick break. When we're back, just expect more fire.
It's the Doreen Avio Show.
Welcome back. This is still the Doreen Avio Show, and now it's time to play the Wheel of Misfortune. Baraski,
Doreen.
we're ready to play.
So, back in high school,
Uh-huh.
you know I was a footballer, right? Oh. I thought I would play for Manchester United. I'm playing on the turntables now. So. And my number was number 8.
Number 8, please look under your seats. And then number 8 can join me here. Who is number 8? Number 8! Right. Hello, beautiful. What's your name?
Annabelle,
Hi, Annabelle. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right. Are you ready to play the Wheel of Misfortune?
Very ready.
So there you are. Game over. Obviously, there's nothing for you once you spin and it falls right there. Now, if it falls on 500 Ghana cedis, then of course you get to win 500 Ghana cedis. But if you do that 3 times, then you win 1,500 Ghana cedis. Now, tada right here. When it falls there once, you get a gift. The audience get a gift. If it falls twice, you get a gift. They also get a gift. Remember, if it falls elsewhere, then forget about all the gifts. Then we have 500 Ghana cedis with a red mark in the crisscross. Obviously, negative 500 Ghana cedis, meaning that you don't have nothing. Okay, so if you're ready, you're taking the spin 3 times. Are you ready, Annabelle?
Very much ready.
Okay, let's go, Annabelle.
Oh yeah, nice baby. Oh boy, dear, what your dress here, what your summer here, oh yeah, nice. A woman waiting up for you. Oh yeah, nice baby. Oh boy, dear, what your dress here, what your summer here, oh yeah, nice. She dey call me honey, she dey call me baby, she dey call me sweetie. Where they call am jolly, she dey call me honey.
Okay, so you're supposed to call. Should she call her mom or boyfriend? Boyfriend.
I don't have a boyfriend.
You have to find one now. Oh, I understand you have one.
I don't.
You do. Well, we are going to call your boyfriend. Now, are we ready to call her boyfriend? All right, so if you're ready to call her boyfriend, let's do this. All right, Annabelle, are we ready to call our boyfriend now? Let's give him a call then.
Don't call your brother.
Is our boyfriend on the line yet?
We don't have some, so we are not searching for. Yeah. I'm cool.
Where are you?
Okay, I'm home.
What you doing?
Nothing. I'm just in bed.
Can I come and join you?
Yeah. Okay, there's something I wanted to tell you. Hello, babe.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So what is it?
The last time we had sex, Abi, we didn't protect ourselves and I missed my period, so I think I'm pregnant.
You say what?
I missed my period. I think I'm pregnant.
I can't hear you. Say what?
I missed my period. Why are you doing this?
So you're pregnant for who? Me?
You, of course. Who do you expect?
Do you know me?
Yes, I do. So why are you doing this?
Are you
period.
serious?
I'm serious. All jokes aside. I don't know how to tell my mommy.
So right now, what are we doing about it?
Let's try and get rid of it, because I can't keep it.
Charlie, getting rid of it to be somewhere. Oh.
But I can't keep it. If you can keep it, fine. Me, I can't.
Charlie, what tell me this? So, hey, Asemo. Wait, oh, are you sure you're pregnant?
Why would I lie about this thing?
Eh.
Yes. My mommy will kill me, so let's get rid of it. Let's say by tomorrow we'll go to the hospital, then get rid of it.
Charlie, getting rid of it to Charlie.
Then come and carry the baby.
So please let me. Do you understand it's a prank? Can you ask him? Oh, I think he got off the phone, but of course, men don't like it when you tell them this. Can we take our next spin again?
This is serious. We could make you delirious. You should have a healthy fear of us. Cause too much of us is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. A flip mode squad is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous.
Annabelle, you have won yourself a gift. You have won yourself a gift, and well, congratulations on that. So I think we'll take our third spin, and then yes. So let's take our third spin.
I want this one.
Shut up and bend over. Let your back do the talking over. So back up and bend over. Let your back do the talking over. Say, I want to chop my life. I want to be happy. I want to dance and party. Feel the rhythm of my body. I just wanna party every day.
Just when I thought that you had, won something from Samsung, that's your gift, and then the audience also get to win vouchers from Samsung, then we come back to a prank call.
Doreen, I think it's only right that we call the boy back and let him know that it's a prank call. I mean, I think that's what we can do with this one.
Okay, so I think we should just let the young man know so that wherever he is, he can have a good sleep. So can we call him?
I'm on my way to your house, so what's up?
Where have you got into?
Oh, I've got into Mile 7.
You don't get bored with me. It was just a prank.
Okay, I
saying, I just wanted to see if you love me. That's all.
Charlie, don't play this kind of games with me. Charlie, I come up from. Do you know where I was? Charlie. See. I don't like this kind of play.
It's a joke.
What kind of joke is that? Fine.
So you ball?
Why no go ball? You know where my heart to jump from?
Jump from where? So open in there all day. As some of you want to run.
Charlie, stop this play. Stop this play.
Oh, it's just a prank. Don't worry, okay? When I come home.
When you come home, what? I don't will come your dead self again.
Right, so that was really interesting, and I hope Annabelle is able to sort it out with her boyfriend. But the most interesting part is that you all seated here get to win amazing prizes from Samsung. Now, being all excited about it, we are just getting ready to, get it all worked out. Now, if you're ready, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have a good time.
It's the Doreen Avio Show. It's the Doreen Avio Show.
Welcome back. It's still the Doreen Avio Show, and now it's time for our gorgeous, beautiful Cina Soul to thrill us to some good music. If you're ready, let's give it up for her.
Okay. Say, hey, memory. Unamida mojobi, hey, make mami, yeah, but then she go say, I lady you. Let me hear you. She go say, you done killing me, the pissing me, oh mama. You done killing me, the pissing me, oh mama. You done killing me, the pissing me, oh mama. You done killing me, the pissing me, oh mama, mama. Oh blammy, oh blammy, oh blammy. Oh blammy, oh blammy, oh blammy. Eh blammy, eh blammy, eh blammy. Say, oh blammy, oh blammy, oh blammy, oh. Listen. Okay, it's second. Me life, eh bongene. Hey, oh goba you call me Ihambo, oh call me Nibiane, oh call me. My boss, my baby, me life, eh bongene. Oh goba you call me Ihambo, oh call me Nibiane, oh call me aye. Oh la yeah, oh la yeah. Listen, you done killing me, they pissing me, oh mama. You done killing me, they pissing me, oh mama. You done killing me, they pissing me, oh mama. You done killing me, they pissing me, oh mama, mama. Oh blammy, oh blammy, oh blammy. Hey, eh blammy, eh blammy, eh blammy. Hey, now, this is a song I know you've been waiting for. I know. Let's go. You've taken that song from me. Let's go. Who is my party here? You. I see you. Sing. Hey. Oflifona mo olaka. Hey. O beshele na kekwo ye nyoye. Mike. O nga fakeke di manse. O ya o yo kesene. Hey. Na mo shaya shoya shwene. Listen. Totokudoi. Hey. Oh, Ashifolani mine wabui. Oh, ani ole monolaka. Biane ogbaba bebasa say. Da 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 da. Shojale shionga ebai. Hey, onga ebai. Say, shojale shionga ebai. Onga ebai. Oh yeah, shojale shionga ebai. Ebai, ebai. Say, onga ebai. So I'm ready. Are you ready for the best part? We'll do it together, right? Okay. So it goes like this, and like this. Listen. Show jolly, jolly. Show jolly, oh jolly. Show jolly, oh jolly. Say. She oh jolly, jolly. Yeah. Show jolly, jolly. Show jolly, oh jolly. Show jolly, oh jolly. Show jolly, oh jolly, inke. Show jolly, shionga eba, oh ga eba, oh ga eba, oh ga eba, oh ga eba. Show jolly, shionga eba, oh ga eba, oh ga eba, oh ga eba, oh show jolly, jolly, show jolly, oh jolly. Show jolly, oh jolly, jolly. Oh jolly, jolly, oh jolly. Show jolly, jolly, jolly. Show jolly, oh jolly, jolly. Show jolly, oh jolly, jolly. Show jolly, oh jolly. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Woo! I wish I could go on and on, showing all the dance moves. I know I can dance. That I can assure you. But of course, a very big thank you to you, my producers out there. You guys are amazing. And to you, DJ Varosky. Super DJ. My lovely audience, thank you so much. I love you all so much. And to my beautiful outfit, Lakapoy, thank you so much for putting this together for me. Yeah. All right, so this has been a great one, and I'm sure you really enjoyed yourself like I did. And to you, Mayford, beauty. My face is beautiful. I love it. And guys, you know how we do it. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back again.
I got a secret. It's something I do with my time. Can you help me keep it through the day? It runs through my mind. Oh, oh, oh.